typhoid in Harare, which epicenter is Matapi, also Zimbabwe. We received calls from residents that people were generally unwell on Monday last week. On Wednesday, yes, people were unwell. They reported to Matapi Clinic with signs and symptoms that are consistent with typhoid. We investigated and confirmed that yes, indeed it was Salmonella typhi which was responsible for the illness in the suburbs. We so far we have confirmed around 17, 18 patients with Salmonella typhi. Others we believe are still incubating. As you know, the incubation period for typhoid is 21 days. So we are expecting to have a lot more coming because that maybe were infected about 3 weeks ago. We have motivated a lot of people around the area to come to the clinic early so that they do not complicate and we then lose lives and suddenly. So we're having a lot of people coming through our clinic, not necessarily with typhoid, but anyone who feels generally unwell is coming to the clinic. So far we do not have any reported deaths from this outbreak. We are meeting the very sick ones at Beatrice Road. The not so sick are going through the clinic. We treat them with the usual antibiotics, fluoxacin being the antibiotic of choice. We suspect that this outbreak, the point source, which was a contaminated bowl around block 9, we grew E. coli from that bowl, which is a proxy for fecal contamination. So it means that from that bowl, people have been got contaminated, and because of the environmental factors around Matap area, sewer, very poor sanitation, and the interruptions in water supply are also the key drivers. So this we suspect is just any other outbreak that we have been experiencing with typhoid, the key drivers being the same: water, unavailability of water, proper sanitation, good personal hygiene practice. So we hope that the message is that we want people to continue appreciating the fact that the key drivers have not changed from those that we experienced from the previous outbreaks. So we want people to, if they do not have municipal water which is treated, then, or even if they do have it, it must still be boiled or treated with other tablets or water guard. The water guard and other tablets we are distributing for free. Throughout Matapi, we distribute to the affected families and also to those that are around so that they pre-treat their water before domestic use. We also want people to practice good personal hygiene, wash their hands after using the toilet, wash their hands before consuming any food, and desist from buying food from unlicensed premises, because typhoid is a fecal-orally transmitted disease. So you only get typhoid if you eat contaminated food. The natural habitat for Salmonella typhi is sewage. So if there is any communication between your oral cavity and the sewer, then definitely you get contaminated, you get the infection. So it is important that people practice good personal hygiene, desist from buying food from undesignated or unlicensed premises, and treating their water before they use it for domestic purposes. We also encourage people to seek treatment early. Typhoid is actually a curable disease, so if you get treated with antibiotics, proper antibiotics, correct doses, you will be cured. So we want people to come to the clinic, which is open 24 hours. We have set up a camp there. There is a tent outside the clinic, which is open 24 hours from last week. The medications are there, the treatment is for free. Even the screening is for free. So we really want people to come early before they complicate. Once you complicate and then you need surgical intervention, it is now a much more deadly disease than when we pick it up early enough.
Considering the current weather conditions, hot weather conditions, what other advice would you give to the residents?
Well, as far as typhoid is concerned, there's no direct link between between the hot weather and typhoid. But what we know is that there is increased demand for the water that is there because of the lower temperature. So demand and supply are not really talking to each other as far as water is concerned. So you find people now using water from what I would call unhygienic reservoirs because at times the municipality is not able to pump enough water because of the high demand. So you find people using shallow wells if the water is there, when it comes just going straight to Mkuisi and getting their water for domestic purposes from there. A very unhygienic practice which will end up with dire consequences for those that use that type of water. But any treatment is for now is the answer. Going forward, we think that we are in the process of looking at other things like vaccinations for typhoid, especially in some of these areas where we've seen that we are getting sporadic outbreaks. So the high-risk areas, we do that for people that work in our sewage plants. We actually vaccinate those against typhoid. So we're thinking maybe if we, in the short term, before we address the issues of water and sanitation in the medium to long term, we may want to introduce a vaccine so that, yes, we have people that are not sick. It's more expensive in an unwell community. It is heavy on our resources. It is both human and material. So we are thinking that, but it has to be looked at from the Ministry of Health point of view. Are we now saying that it's okay for people to drink contaminated water? And so there are other issues that we are still considering. But I think in the short term you may see us introducing a vaccine which is already available in some of the communities, not throughout Harare, but in the communities that are mostly affected by typhoid. It is meant to just wait for typhoid, but the other conditions have to be addressed because it doesn't work for cholera, it doesn't work for the other communicable diseases. So we need to play our cards wisely. Like I said, by the time patients present our clinic, it's already too late because this disease is more of an environmental disease. That's why I was talking mostly of the key drivers, and the first ones that I'm talking about is water and sanitation. So if there's no water, if there's no proper sanitation, you get some of these diseases. So it is important that we address this thing holistically, the issue of water, the issue of sanitation, the issue of the environment, proper waste management, solid waste disposal. So all these environmental issues should be addressed. The tail end of this whole scenario will be people presenting with the symptoms of typhoid. But really we don't expect that treating those patients is the answer. You need to address the environmental issues so that you prevent people from getting typhoid. So if you treat, they go back, they get reinfected, you treat again until such time that the treatment no longer works because people will develop resistance to our antibiotics. So we would rather have a situation where we address the key drivers, water, sanitation, hygiene, waste management, and right at the end, we will then deal with those that fall sick. But if you address this, there will not be any type of protocol.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.